Gallo knocks down both at 17 points in game 2 on 5 of 12 shooting. So they're shooting just 14% from the field in this game. Eric Gordon from deep. Boy, he was out here real early prior to tip with assistant coach John Lucas, trying to find his rhythm shooting the basketball. Former three-point shooting champ still struggling. Gallinari from deep. Got it.
He's got that kind of range, Marv. This guy's so talented. It's always been about whether his body will hold up, because he's really skilled.
And with Denver with the Knicks, and Jeff Green with a long bomb there knocks it in with Harden on the bench. The lead is 10 for the Houston Rockets. Schroeder fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
We talked about it. The need to get downhill, the force of rotation. It allows your guide to pick and pop. You see that Robert Covington sort of thinking about staying in the paint. Does my teammate need a little assistance on Schroeder? And Gallo makes him pay for the indecision.
In game 1, Gallinari with a playoff career high 29 points.
This is one area when we spoke to Billy earlier today. He said, #1, free throws. We've got to get to the free throw line. #2, we can't turn it over. And #3, we've got to rebound. It was 12-6 on the glass a couple minutes ago. It's 12-7. This is the one team that hasn't punished Houston on the backboards.
Yeah, the Rockets, with their lack of size, sometimes are on the negative end of the rebounding ledger in a big way. Little pitch and catch with Rivers and Green. Rivers kicks it out to Jeff Green. Little jab step, 3 on the way, and he's 2 for 2 from downtown.
He's at the 5, which means Noel has got to come out and guard him out there. Just a little jab gets him backed off. That was pretty by Jeff Green. They like him at the 5 offensively.
He gives them so many different things at both ends of the floor. Runner is good by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Correct, and we are used to P.J. Tucker being at the 5. But in this particular lineup with Jeff, you get a little bit more than the corner spot up shooting from P.J.
I had a chance to spend a little time with Jeff Green down in Miami during the stay-at-home order in the month of July when he was working out at the Remy gym, part of the workouts down there, and asked him about the upcoming pending playoffs. He said, man, we're going to be just fine in Houston. And, you know, when you consider what he's been through in his lifetime, he has had open heart surgery to correct a heart disorder. He showed me the scar that he's got running right down the center of his chest. They opened up his rib cage to do the procedure. When you've been through something like that, a playoff basketball game doesn't faze you too much. There it is. Had the surgery back in 2009, and a really talented guy who's playing a great role here in Houston.
He is. I feel like he's playing some of the best basketball he's played. I covered him at Georgetown when he was the Big East Player of the Year. And John Thompson III, you know, I think he used to madden some fans because he ran that intricate Princeton offense. But this guy, I mean, he just had that offense mastered and manipulated defenses. Really smart.
He had 22 points in game 1 of this series. Right now, Houston leading by 11 points. Approaching a minute to go in the first quarter. Chris Paul in traffic, had it partially blocked, and a foul going to go against the Houston Rockets. Ed Malloy there to make the call. It's going to put him on the free throw line.
So Billy was talking about getting to the free throw line, and this will be free throw number 12. First initial defense was good. Obvious foul knocks it out of Nerlens Noel's hands.
And that's going to be his 3rd personal foul for Robert Covington. Noel back at the free throw line. 76% on the season. Which team will make more three-pointers in tonight's Lakers-Blazers game on ABC? Okay, that's a nice question. Lock in your predictions now with NBA Pick'em Primetime Picks. Head to NBA.com/Pick'em to play free.
I'm saying Portland.
That's an easy one.
We can't participate, but that is, well, it might be easy, except Dame's going to have a splint on his hand.
True. It's his non-shooting hand, though. He's still going to be pulling.
Still a guide hand now.
True. Austin Rivers kicks it back out to Green. Tiptoes on the sideline. Before he fell over the cliff, he got it to Rivers. Rivers with a blazing quick first step, but he couldn't finish. Austin Rivers grew up playing basketball as a teenager right here on these courts, playing AAU basketball for Each One Teach One, and Chris Paul teaching him with that jump shot. Eric Gordon bullying his way to the bucket for the basket. You know, we talk about Houston's size or lack thereof, Doris, but there are some burly guys on that floor, like Gordon and Tucker in particular. That deep bomb good by Schroeder. And in a blink, it's just a 6-point lead for the Rockets.
Let's remember, OKC 27th in the league in threes made. They've got 3 already. They can sustain that kind of level. It would go a long way.
Gordon out top. There's about a 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Gordon again inside. A little bit strong off glass. OKC has a little time. A second to go. Chris Paul, it'll count. And that's the end of the first 12 minutes of play as Houston jumped out to a double-digit lead early. And then the Thunder battling back.
James Harden got to work early, though. Rockets shooting 55%. Give him the Euro step, James. Use the other side. That's pretty.
Muscle Milk helps build muscle.